Hi everybody and welcome back to Kevin's Upfront Opinion. So today I thought I'd speak about what's been going on and the argument that's been raging in Westminster and around the country for a while, which is the government's plans to make cuts to benefits. Now the first argument is there any surprise? Really, is there any surprise? Because, and I say that because about a year to 18 months before Labour came to power, the Chancellor, who was Shadow Chancellor at the time, Rachel Reeves, I remember her going on the Laura Kuenssberg show saying that if Labour came to power, that there would be cuts to all departments, but they would be faced to having to do that. And then when it came to election time, the Labour Party changed their tune, because I remember Laura Kuenssberg interviewing Keir Starmer, and he said, "Oh no, this will never happen. Labour Party would never do that." And what are they planning on doing? They're making cuts to departments, specifically benefits. Now, the problem is, and sometimes you have to be realistic and honest with yourself, and this is where the problem is, because as long as I can remember, people have always said to me, the Labour Party represent and protect working class people. All my life, that's what I've been told. Even to this day, I have people tell me the Labour Party protects working class people, where the Conservatives are for the rich. And I'd even go as far as to say, even Reform UK, that would go for as well. Now, as things stand today, and how the Labour Party is today, nowadays, is that still true? No. The Labour Party does not give, I'll try and be careful with my words so I'm not swearing, they don't give a damn about the working class person. They don't care about the most vulnerable in society. You know, it's no different to the debate that was happening yesterday when people were saying hospices should be exempt from all these tax rises and everything, saying it's categorically wrong, you're going to be affecting the most vulnerable people that are going to be close to death. It's wrong, but this should be happening. I remember the speech that my local MP, Dame Caroline Dinenage, made in Westminster last night. I shared it on our Facebook page, so if you want to go and watch it, be my guest, go and watch it. We did share it last night. So does the Labour Party? No, they don't. They haven't cared about the working class person in a long time. But this is where you got to take a look at it. Is the benefit system out of control? Are there too many people that refuse to go to work, that are completely capable of going to work? There's no real reason why they can't. They may have a medical condition. You know, I have a medical condition. Now, I suffer, most people aren't going to know this, you know, apart from my friends and family. Now, I suffer from 3 different types of epilepsy. I have, in essence, it's been estimated, around about 80 seizures a day. I'm not going to ask for sympathy off any of you. That's life. You deal with it the best you can. Okay, I'm off work at the moment. I'm hoping to get myself back to work as soon as I can get myself medically cleared. And I will go back to work, because I hate being off work. But are there people out there that will do whatever it takes not to work? Yeah, there are. And I'll tell you exactly why. Now, I probably shouldn't speak about this, but a week ago, I went to Restart. And for those of you that don't know what Restart is, for those of you that have worked all your life, pay into the system, do all those bits and pieces. Okay, you're probably not going to know what Restart is. Now, Restart is a scheme which is run by the government, it's run by the job centre for those that have been out of work for 6 months or longer. Okay, and after I started with them, I think it was about my second or third session with them. Okay, and they said to me, what we want to do is do a calculator with you to show you how much better off you will be if you was working, or when you're ready to go back to work, when you're physically fit enough to go back to work. I said, yeah, okay, that's fine, that's no problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to base it on part-time or full-time work. Okay, so it's going to be 20 hours and 39 hours, and we're going to base it on minimum wage. And get this, and this is the bit I couldn't believe, because for the Tories, since they came into power in 2010, they said, we're going to make it so no matter what, everybody is better off going back to work. Right, and when they did the calculator on me, they said to me, and I couldn't believe it, and this came from the job centre themselves, or Restart, whatever you want to call them, okay, don't go back to work full time. There is no point you going back to work full time. It does not pay for you to go back to work full time. Go back to work part-time, working 20 hours a week, that's viably worth your while, but do not go back to work full-time. We cannot tell you will be financially better off. And that's the problem with this country. The benefit system pays you not to work. And that is the fundamental nuts of the problem. That as long as the system incentivizes people not to work, why the hell would anybody want to go to work? Yes, it's good for your mental health. Yes, it's good for you to be able to create a better life if you can get a decent pay wage. Yes, it's a way of you being able to stand on your own 2 feet. But if you're not getting a job, let's say for instance you're earning 30,000 a year plus, there is zero benefit of anybody going back to work. And I know I'm going to get lots of hate for saying that, but that's reality at the moment. As the way that the system is run, and this is a system that goes back to Labour, you know, setting up working tax credits under Tony Blair, and the system that carried on with the Conservatives. So are the Labour Party now right to want to make changes? Probably they are. But who are they going to hurt the most? It's the one people that politicians always target. No matter what they say in the public, the only people they're ever going to target is the poor and the weakest in society. And that's reality. And that is the honest truth. And if anybody can tell me anything other, I'll have my ears open to it. But nobody's going to buy it, unfortunately. So let us know what you think. You know, if you can prove me wrong, put a comment down below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again a bit later.